Back live with you tonight on In Focus. Let's turn to this now. Studies showing a link between gender-based violence and HIV-dominated conversations at the second day of the 11th South African AIDS Conference. Activists, scientists and other experts are in Durban to discuss the progress made in tackling the virus. Newsroom Africa's Nobuhle Modise has more.
It's day 2 of the 11th SA National AIDS Conference here in eThekwini, and there have been a number of symposiums, but one important one today was one that was highlighting the interlinkages between GBVF as well as HIV.
Our government and our stakeholders, implementing agencies, we tend to work in silos. Even if we are implementing programs in the same community, we come with different caps in that community, and that confuses the victims or the survivors of violence. Even those that are affected by HIV, they don't know where to go. Whereas instead of using a comprehensive approach to address all the issues that the person might be coming with, we need to organize ourselves as implementers and come to the community with a comprehensive approach in the implementation.
And then, Mama Jola, you made an example of how that can be done. Can you maybe take us through that?
Yes. Just to look at these interlinkages, there are so many of them. If you look at poverty, for instance, and you look at HIV, there is an interlinkage there. So you have, when you ask people to adhere on treatment, especially TB, if I cannot, if I don't have food, I cannot take my treatment. That is an interlinkage. When I'm exposed in GBV situation, that situation actually limits me from accessing services that might help me. We've got so many tools for HIV. We've got PrEP, we've got Ring, but it doesn't prevent me from being affected by GBV. So we need to look at these things, and we need to screen. Even if I'm implementing a program on GBV, I must be able to screen for HIV as well. If we are partnered in this community and we target the same community, we must share tools for screening. And I give you a screening tool for HIV, you give me a screening tool for HIV, so that we are able to cross-referral the person, and we minimize the effort from the survivor, so that the survivor cannot be discouraged from accessing services that could help her.
And then, Mama Chola, lastly, your words echoed and they were loud when you kept saying implementation. Speak to us about what you mean by that.
We've written policies. We've got an NSP for GBVF. We've got an NSP for HIV, TB, and STIs. The problem is with implementation. How do we translate all these documents, all these policies, all these acts into implementation so that they become real for the communities at community level? Because South Africa is famous about developing good policies, but the implementation is always failing. That's where we are failing, and we need to up our game when it comes to implementation.
Thank you so much. That is Mam Zukile Majola, who is from the South African National AIDS Council, and she gave a comprehensive presentation during that symposium around GBVF as well as the interlinkage with HIV. And as you've heard her say, implementation is important, also highlighting the fact that we cannot reach that goal that has been set by UN AIDS as well as South Africa of targeting and getting to 95 as per the UN AIDS, as well as those standards that have been set in the country. For Newsroom Africa on Channel 405, I'm Nobuhle Modise in Durban.